Hello, and this is Hoodie VR, also known as Pop It again. I am recording another video. I did notice on my last video that my mic is a little bit choppy. I apologize. I do not have a proper mic. Um, so please bear with me. Um, in this tutorial, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make simple wings, in my opinion. Um, Keep in mind, this is not a perfect way to make wings, nor do I recommend it, but this is just a quick tutorial for beginners who want to make wings. Um, so this is my way, similar to the method I use for hands. So to begin, you click on Add, Mesh, Plane, go to Z, the upper view, and from here you would go to Edit Mode. Now, what I would suggest is to draw out how you want the wings. Keep in mind, this method is I'm going to mostly be making this for wings that look cartoony, such as this. But just a reminder, you can do it for any wings. If you want wings that are more in detail or more chibi, it can go for anything, even wings that are really, really complex. Just keep in mind, the more complex the wing is, the longer it'll take, and you'll understand what I mean soon. So, for my mental state and me not punching my laptop, I am going to be making a simple pair of wings. That is not simple. Hold up. Uh, just for those who want to make a simple chibi pair of wings. So, I would suggest drawing out your style using the annotate pen. I would draw out how you want the wing to look. From here, open your knife tool and basically trace along your lines. Keep in mind it does not need to be perfect, and trace along the lines of what you want your wings to look like. This may take a while. As you see here, it is a lot of vertices and a lot of stuff that it's kind of complicated. Like I said, there are several ways to make wings. You don't always have to follow your lines. There are several ways to make wings. You do not need to use this method. Feel free to skip this part of me just making the lines. Trust me, it is boring and it's really not worth watching. Um, it's just me making lines. Hi, I'm the line maker. I make lines. If you make mistakes, don't worry. For the purpose of this video, I am not going to rewind it because first, I do not know how to. Second, I don't want to have you guys sit here for 5 minutes of me making lines. So, once you have your lines, I would suggest putting mark seam, erasing your annotates unless you want to match it up with that afterwards, clicking face select and clicking L to delete the other faces, delete by faces. Now, in case you notice that a few of these are kind of jagged and weird, you can always fix them out and, mess around with them, make them look however you want. Now, from here, this is the complex part I was talking about. From here, I would do the same thing that we did in the last tutorial with the hands. I would uh, select the edges and kind of just use the knife tool to select edges, make them fit with each other. Keep in mind, do not need to do this for every single vertice. Now, I do suggest to do it with every single vertice, but because if I do that right now in this video, we will be here for the next 3 hours. And I don't think you guys want to watch 3 hours of me connecting dots, unless you do, Um, ADHD, sometimes. I would watch people connect dots for a living. Passion project, connecting dots. How many people do you think skipped this part of the video already? I would. Um, Now for lines like these, you don't need to select those, but try to connect them all to a vertice. Now I would heavily suggest not to cross vertices. What I mean by that is taking this vertice and connecting it to here. That can cause a lot of weird weight pain issues, and you don't want that. Or connecting vertices that you realize would go through another vertice. So I would suggest not doing that as well. Don't mind if a lot of them connect to one vertice. It's fine for the most part. Um, so if you want, you can actually just make your own. And from here, just keep connecting lines. Now you may ask, why are we doing this? Well, it's because without vertices, They can tend to clip, and when it comes to clipping, it can become a bigger issue when it comes to subdividing. Now, subdividing can cause a lot of issues with your models, such as weight painting, if you don't have enough vertices. I am doing this with the purpose of VR chat models. So if anybody's watching these tutorials and wondering why are you talking about weight painting and bones and how good it is, I am thinking of this in a matter of this is going to be used for a VR chat. Now from here, these stray vertices, you may be asking, what are you doing with these? Simply run them across the line. Think of it kind of like a bird's wing. Run them across the line. Now you may be wondering, why do you have to put them across? Well, this helps a lot if you are going to subdivide. Not only that, if you are going to be using it for the next step that I'm going to bring up. So cross any horizontal ones that you see. I'm hoping horizontal is the right word. Any horizontal ones that you see, cross them and try to, if you can't, don't worry. If you can, try to make them connect to another vertex. Yeah, I told you these vertices would be useful. Yay, everyone's included. Try to connect them to another vertex running across. Again, if you are good with Blender and don't really want to do this method because you realize that is an unholy amount of vertices, remember, it does not need to be this high poly. This is simply because it's for beginners, and I don't expect a lot of beginner Blender users to know how to optimize their stuff or really, know how to work it out. I mean, when I first started creating models, all of my models are really high poly. But don't worry, you can always decimate it. Now that you have this, try to make sure you include as many lines as you can. Trust me, the more lines going across helps a lot. So once you have your wing kind of looking like a mismatched puzzle piece, you don't need to do this next part, but I'm gonna just do it. Clicking A, clicking R, and then clicking 90 helps rotate your stuff in the direction that you are facing. Now from here, extrude backwards. Blender should automatically put it in the right direction. So just extrude backwards. Now from here, you're going to click A, right click, smooth vertices. Now you can put it however much you want depending on how it looks. Now this is where the lines going across really help. Without these lines, you wouldn't be able to smooth it. Now you may be wondering, that kind of looks a little bit weird. Well, using the same method as the hand, you click Alt S and kind of make it look better. And in case you still think it looks a little bit weird, power of sculpting and moving stuff around. You can move it around as much as you want. And for people that know how to sculpt, even better, you can actually sculpt out the wings. And by using these methods, you can create a wing in Blender. And that is a simple way on how to do wings. In case the wings look a little bit too weird, or in case you want them to have a small bit of bend to them, you would select a certain part, update the radius of your disappear. Proportional editing. I used to hate proportional editing, but now it's my best friend, and now you have a little bit of curve to your wing. You can always move these around in case, depending on how you want them to look. And that is a simple way on how to do wings. Keep in mind, wings do not always need to look the same, and you can always change them however much you want. With enough vertices, you can change the entire proportion on how the wing looks. Will they always look perfect each and every time? No. Do they need to be rounded out wings? No. The power of doing them with a knife tool is that you can make the wing look however you want. And while this isn't a perfect wing, this is definitely one way to do it. Um, yeah, that's how to make a simple wing in Blender for beginners. In case you want it to look more detailed, you can always add more details in sculpt mode. In case this isn't your style, you can always just take the annotate tool and draw out how you want the wing to look next time. Maybe next time I'll teach you guys how to make wings with separate feathers instead of them all clumped together for people that want to put fizz bones in each and every individual feather, though you can also do that by weight painting, which I do not know how to do, so I may ask my editor. And that's all for this tutorial. Oh my god, my editor. It's him. He's real.
It's me, Bestie.
It's
Ah.
Masky. Oh my god. Okay, that's the end of the wing tutorial. Thanks for watching.